I mean, this topic is very important, and I mean, we have the I think probably strongest employee laws, labor laws in the world. All the responsibilities is on the employer, so to speak.
Good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to MattGron's Scaling Up Journey. This is episode 65, and my name is Mattias, aka MattGron, and this is where entrepreneurship runs smack into the reality. And on the other side, we have the one and only Svea Lanshoff, or Svea Malina Lanshoff. And I hope you pushed the record button this time, Svea.
I did,
because,
yeah. The first time I forgot.
I just wasted a tons of energy doing the first part without anyone else,
Yeah, sorry. We're rolling now, so welcome to number 65. Last week we were talking about your health checkup, or not really about your health checkup, but you shared you occasionally go to a health checkup. So this inspired me to talk a bit more about healthcare at the workplace. And first of all, I want to hear your opinion on the connection between mental but also physical health of employees and their performance. Like, what is your take on that? How important is that for you?
I mean, a really good question, and there is probably a lot of science connected to this topic that there is people that could elaborate much better on. But I mean, from my own perspective, I perform best when everything is balanced. So, and I think it's very important that I have a certain amount of physical workout, and something I mean over the last year really have been prioritizing to be able to do, even if it has been like a COVID period, so to speak. And I think probably society will see a lot of like post effects around that side of the problem that people probably have not had enough physical activity.
Absolutely. I gained Corona kilos, but I lost 4 already. So but it's funny. It's a thing now. Corona kilos.
Thanks for jumping in.
No problem. But you know what? Saying about
I was just talking.
But you were speaking about there probably like some experts and people who know better about this. Actually, I have friends in my hometown who founded a business, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And they are actually specialized in going to different organizations and teaching the employees how to have a bit better lifestyle, like how to eat well, exercise, what you can do at work. And like one thing that was fun is they're also working with like a truck driver company. So they were teaching the truck drivers what to do on their truck, what kind of workout they could do. So I think that was pretty cool. And I think the awareness is getting more and more about this topic, that, it's a win-win for both sides. Like maybe the employer spends some more money on good healthcare, but like, as a reward, they get happy and healthy employees. So I think it's definitely win-win for both sides. And on that note, I would like to know, what kind of benefits do you have for your employees?
I mean, running a company in Sweden, I mean, this topic is very important, and I mean, we have the I think probably strongest employee laws, labor laws in the world, and like all the responsibilities is on the employer, so to speak. And I mean, we live in a world, and I mean, iGoMoon, we are a consultant agency basically, and I'm a huge believer that people is iGoMoon's most important asset. I mean, we can't do anything without having a healthy team, and I think that's also like a debate kind of often, because I mean, you can't. What do you prioritize first? The customers or your people? Like in a black and white world, when you can't like prioritize both at the same time, and that's what I'm always trying to figure out, how to structure that, and at the same time live our our purpose statement. And there is actually companies that has kind of made a thing that we are not prioritizing customers first. We are prioritizing our employees. And here at iGoMoon, we have a brand promise that we believe in happy customers above all else. And we are also, talking and discussing. Why doesn't say that? Okay, we believe in happy employees above all else. So, yeah. So this is something we talk about, and we trying to find the best way forward to create like a win-win environment.
Yeah.
And I think, of course, one part of it is, of course, playing around with words, as we are basically do now. And the other thing is probably the most important thing. What kind of life are you creating for the employees at the company? And that was basically your question. And I think it's really tied into the first question that I never really felt that I answered it. And then, here at iGoMoon, you said what kind of benefits. Then I need to think like, we have tjänstepension, which is occupational pension. For everyone, we have an insurance, which is an extra benefit, which is like a like in Swedish you say sjukförsäkring. It's like a sick insurance, and probably there's a better word in English, which is also in that insurance. There's like a comeback program included if someone gets burned out or something. So it also unlocks possibilities to talk to psychiatrists, and
Does this insurance mean that there's like a payment guarantee for like a longer amount of time than what is by law, if you are not able to work for a longer period of time, or what does that do?
That's another kind of insurance. And it's also tied into that insurance. And but then we also have what you say in Swedish, friskvårdsbidrag. And that's probably like what do you say in English? Like health fee, health contribution. But you basically every year you get money up front, and then the tax authority they have a list of different kind of activities that you are allowed to use this money for, like buying yourself a gym membership, could be one of these things. So
that's great.
So I think we from an audit perspective, I would say we are like health. We have some kind of health compliancy, and probably a little bit better than average. And I think this is super important because I mean when you are working with talent acquisition and the hiring program, this is questions you get all the time, and so I have been learning during the journey and adding more and more things to this. So
okay, and now you mentioned things. I don't really know how to say that. Like the bigger picture. I would kind of want to go more into the like micro perspective, like the everyday life at the office, because it might maybe not sound like something super important, but I think there are a lot of things you can already do at the workplace that make life better or more healthy. So for example, I know you have tables you can move up and down depending on people's height or preference, if they want to stand or sit when they're working. Can you like just mention a couple of things maybe that you do right there at the office to make it a bit more comfortable, healthy?
So good question. I'm trying to be a good listener, and from that, I'm always trying to improve. You mentioned the desks, and I think that has also in one way been my something I've been focusing on when I'm created the office, and I'm not sure what to say actually.
I know what to say because I've been to the office. I've seen more things. You should
be asking the people here. It's
well, then
it's kind of question where I
Yeah, I think this is a situation where I said that before, where you don't see the trees because of all the forests. But I've been to the office and I have noticed things. Probably. So I know you also have these cool chairs that you kind of have to balance on. I know, my mother is a physiotherapist, so I know these things are very good for your posture and things. And also now,
maybe I think should call her.
Yeah, definitely. She's coming to Stockholm in a couple of weeks. So no, but one more thing, I was
let's do an episode
with her. Okay.
Maybe she can come over here and rate our office from a health standpoint.
You know what, Mattias? I'm gonna come by with my mom. I'm gonna promise you that. So, but I just want to add one more thing before we end this episode, because now we've also been talking about like more physical, practical things. But I think at the office also, maybe that's not that good for your spine, but I know you have like these fat boys and you have like a lot of small rooms. I think that's good for like the psychological aspect, that it's also in a relaxed atmosphere, that you can go into another room if you want, be in your little corner of peace and quiet, or you can be in the big office with everyone else. I think this is also just a very nice thing that the workplace I've been at, we didn't have that. We had like one room, and I think that's just great that you have the opportunity, if you want to work quietly for yourself, you can do that. And I think that's also a part that plays into health. That's mental health. Maybe some people like me, I get crazy if I'm around people all day long. I just need like a couple of minutes for myself here and there. So
now when you mention it, I think this topic, I think something we really need to consider when we talk about these things is how big the company is. I mean, we are kind of a 15 people company, and I think this kind of questions they get, the bigger company you get, like when you're 30, 50, 100 people, then you actually have people working with these kind of things. You have a department, they are kind of responsible for solving matters around this topic, and be proactive, creating like a really good work environment. But considering that, I think we we have had air purifying equipment since we were like 7 people to make sure that we don't get like the season flu. And we have this big Nava plant with in the other room who is actually purifying the air. Do you say that? Purify? Yeah. So it's like a huge plant who is actually with the fans and
it looks
like an AI thing running it, and I think there's a lot of more. It's a lot of flowers on I mean, at the office. I mean, considering the size of the office, which is not like we have a 150 square meter office, so
yeah.
Per square meter, we are above average when it comes to plants. It's actually one of my, interests. I would not say interest or hobby, but I like flowers.
Okay. This is where everyone gets the welcome flower when they join iGoMoon, right?
Yeah. I mean,
that tradition. No, but I think it's good that you point that out again. That the company is quite small, so there's not an extra department doing that. And I think regarding that size and that there's no extra department for this, I think it's a very nice work environment from my perspective. I mean, I do not.
But there's one thing I want to say, and like I very often I think and I see things in images and kind of visual, and I have always had a standpoint, and that when people open the door here at iGoMoon, I want them to feel like, oh, it's almost like coming home to someone. That has always been my vision when I'm working with the environment, and I must say there is people saying that like at least one time each month, maybe first time visitors, and I think that's probably connected to the entire topic we are talking about in this episode.
But I'm one of them, actually. It might sound a bit biased now because we work together, but I mean, I've been to the office the first time, I think almost 2 years ago, not a little bit less, but and I think it's exactly what you said. I think it is like coming home, especially the part where you were in, this room that we see right there. I like that. There's I like the colors. It's a bit more moody. It's like a blue wall and couches and R2-D2 in the corner because someone apparently is a Star Wars fan at iGoMoon. No, but I like this. All the details that you and I guess the whole team has brought in there over time makes it very cozy, and it doesn't feel cold and corporate. It feels like that's a nice work environment. So I can say that too. All right, Mattias, I think we're at the end of our episode for today. I know you have another appointment coming up, so let's wrap this up and see you in the next one. And thank everyone for watching, and thank you.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Svea.